An undercover investigation by the BBC in Iraq has exposed evidence of sexual exploitation of children and young women by some Shia Muslim clerics. It centers around a practice known as pleasure marriage, which allows men to take wives for a short period of time, sometimes as little as an hour. And in some cases, money is changing hands for girls who are controlled by clerics. You may find some parts of this report by Nawal Al-Maghafi distressing.
Karbala, the holiest shrine in Shia Islam, visited by millions of pilgrims every year. In the streets around the shrine are marriage offices where couples come to get wed. But they hold one of Iraq's darkest secrets. We'd heard some clerics were abusing their power, using temporary marriages or mut'ah to facilitate prostitution with young girls. It's a marriage contract with an expiry date which can be as short as an hour. Some say they can be a positive move for couples who are aware of what they're doing, but they're also ripe for exploitation. In a year-long investigation, we went undercover around some of Iraq's holiest shrines.
بس التدريبات ما حدا عم تاخذ وجهها مداعبه انا اقول لك مداعبه يعني تتماصص وياها فرك جسمها صدرها عادي.
These temporary marriages are illegal in Iraq. However, we found clerics willing to do them, not only facilitating them with young girls, but also offering justification through their interpretation of Islamic law to have sex with them.
هذا من لدينا الالزاميات اللزوم بالشريعه بدأ يجوز مع المباشره من الخلف بعد ذلك تدعبس ما شئت
بس اكيد انه البنيه اذا عمرها صغير ماكو مشكله
ماكو مشكله 9 سنوات فوق ماكو مشكله
خلطت هذا من ورا
انت وياها بعض انت وياها بعض شوف هي تتحمل ما تتحملش على كذا وياها عرفت شنو؟
We showed our footage to an expert on Islamic law, Ghaith Tamimi, a former high-ranking cleric himself.
What this man is saying is a crime that must be punished by law.
Ghaith says it's one reason he decided to speak out against the clerics.
I realized that these rules were ugly and cruel and could not come from God or from anyone human.
Throughout our investigation, we gathered evidence of clerics willing to facilitate sex with young girls in return for cash. In one incident, we were told children cost as little as £700. Rasul is 16 years old, but already she's been sold to more men than she can remember. With no parents and a younger sister to support, she was groomed by a cleric at just 13 years old.
شلون دي النشر؟ هواي حالات مثلي هذا الشي منتشر كل شوية بعدين مشيت بهذا الطريق ووراها كلش تدمرت.
This cleric denied carrying out temporary marriages, and we received no response from this cleric. Both say they're followers of Grand Ayatollah al-Sistani, one of the most senior figures in Shia Islam. We put our findings to his office, which released the following statement. If these practices are happening in the way you are saying, then we condemn them unreservedly. Temporary marriage is not allowed as a tool to sell sex in a way that belittles the dignity and humanity of women. Countless years of war have left millions of women and girls vulnerable and destitute. As long as the religious clerics operate with impunity, they'll continue to be victims of Iraq's secret sex trade. Nawal Al-Maghafi, BBC News, Iraq.